Hello everyone, Simpson Doctor, welcome to another mod overview, this time on Novablocks, a mod that simply adds in a bunch of different building options, such as pretty much expanding off of things like wood and stone, concrete, terracotta, and more, in stair, slab, and slope variations. There's also things that are a bit different, like the spacesuit, the door, and some other bits and pieces like poles, sirens, and more. So we'll just go with the blocks, as that's sort of the main appeal of the mod. You've got the roof railing made with iron bars and white concrete, which you can use like so. Just get a few more. And obviously this could be like a iron fence or like something that felt like a city sort of build, I think is the goal with this one here. You can also make, where is it, the walling as well, which is just railing in a crafting grid. And if we just place this, it'll, I think, do probably about the same. Maybe it's able to be placed higher up while the other isn't. I've not really understood the point of the differences here. Unfortunately, there's no texture difference that much as far as I can tell. It's not really. I guess it's because it maybe doesn't act the same as it when it comes to it being next to each other. It sort of expands whilst the railing is just constantly there. So if you want more of that sort of connected, like that as a longer sort of railing or so, then you've got that. You've got the guardrail made with iron bars. Just get a few more because we're going to probably need them. If we do this, it'll just expand like that. So it's a bit on the sort of top, I assume, of what the walling would be beneath it, like so. So certain other means or such along paths or something, I'd guess. You've got the sort of expanded stuff such as the slabs and the stairs of many of the different materials here. So you've got a bunch of different ones for concrete. There's obviously more stone, slabs and stairs for other things like wool, as well as terracotta besides just the concrete. You've got lapis, emerald, redstone, iron block, and a bunch of other things as well as stairs and slabs for logs and stone bricks and more, if you want those options. I'll just place a few on the world so you can get an idea of what they look like. I'll probably swap out the concrete ones in favour of something else. Say some light blue wool, that'll do. So that's what these look like, obviously, and they just sort of match the blocks. Then we have obviously some others, like the hazard, which if you make a hazard block, you can pretty much just put any of these resources in the grid and you'll be fine. But you just need obviously 2 black concrete, 2 yellow concrete, and an iron ingot, and you'll have a hazard block. And then from there you can make hazard beams, slabs, and stairs. So that's what this looks like. If you want to have areas that are hazardous, have the appropriate block. Otherwise, you've got a full modern door made with white concrete, and that's pretty much what it looks like. So it just sort of slides back and forth, so it's a sliding door. So if we actually put, say, some, where is it, some white concrete or something, or wool, I guess that could work. Let's see, concrete. And so make this blend in a bit more. Just do this, go in, go out, and then we're good to go, I guess. Otherwise, we have some other things, such as an iron pole made with iron nuggets, some redstone, and ingots. And you can use this to obviously make a siren if you want, but obviously if you want to have a much thinner thing like some iron bars that are slightly different, you have that. And obviously if you want to put a siren on it, it's probably best to have it on the top as it doesn't actually place it correctly otherwise. So I'll try and get up here if I can, which I can't, so I'm going to have to go into creative. Probably should have done in the first place. So we've got this here. And I don't think it makes any noise either, it's just a thing there for decoration. You've got a modern lever made simply with some light grey concrete and leather. And obviously you can use this like so. And I don't think it outputs redstone, but we'll find out if it is more than just decoration. So just place this here, and it does get placed on the side as well. Yeah, so okay, it still does output a redstone signal, but this is what it looks like on the side of a block. This is what it looks like on the ground. No output a signal as well. Can we actually output this to the door? The door is not activated by redstone, it seems, possibly, unless I'm missing something. So just do this around, and like so into the front, and it seems it still doesn't affect the door. Oh well. Worth a try. Otherwise, we have obviously the other different types of blocks. So we've got what half slopes look like, which are made simply with regular slopes, like a slab sort of thing, and regular slopes are made with the particular material you have, and then some stairs on the side. So pretty much like stairs, except with the actual placement of them in the corners instead of obviously filling in with other blocks. So that's what a half slope looks like, and if we show off what a typical slope looks like, you can see the difference there. So get rid of that because we don't really need it anymore. So that's the difference in those. Obviously you can still have these be rotated accordingly. Just try with some half slopes up here, so you can get an idea of how they sort of fit, or how much space they have to take up in comparison to a full block. So there's that. And obviously I'll just place some of the wooden ones as well, so you can get an idea of what those look like from different sides. And they're made obviously like so, just like any other typical stairs or slabs. Otherwise, the remaining stuff is things like the red metal platform, which doesn't have a recipe, rusty metal block, and the red metal block, along with, say, an iron beam, which obviously there's quite a few different beams that are metal, and if you have other support for other mods, I assume, that have copper, steel, or aluminium, you can do that, and the other ones also don't as well. So pretty much the iron or the hazard beam is pretty much what you'll be able to make with just the mod's contents on its own. So you can either place it like so, vertically, or horizontally, for obviously some type of framing I think beams are supposed to be for. So that's what those look like, either vertically or horizontally. And then when it comes to the other, you've got the actual rusty block, the red metal, and the platform. So the platform's kind of got a bit underneath on it, and it's kind of like, I guess, a trapdoor, except obviously without the functionality of a trapdoor. But in terms of like the same, not exactly the thickness, but sort of like how much it can be considered. Because what, carpet can't float on its own, can it? No, it can't. It has to have the block below it to have it be placed on it. But yeah, about as large of a block space as obviously carpet, but can be placed, I guess, similar to a trapdoor, but only from the top or so. But again, it is a platform. So yeah. Otherwise though, we have finally the wrench, which I think is probably for rotating things, maybe? Or just decoration, I guess. I've not come across its purpose that much. So I'm actually unsure. And you've got the space helmet stuff, which is quartz, iron, and black stained pane. You've got wool and a button for the spacesuit. You've got the following there for the pants, and you got those for the boots. So we'll just take some damage in survival and find out how much durability they have if you do end up making these, and see if they could be actually useful, or are just intended for decoration and just seem to have stats. So nothing really there. It's not custom in, no, it's custom in normal. Okay. No durability on them, maybe. It is just protection of equivalent to about iron, but with wool and other materials. Interesting. Unless we need to get attacked by a mob, for example. Say a spider should do. In the right difficulty, we get the time of day. We'll get some health. We'll probably need it. No, I forget I can't do that. 112. Okay, so we get the spider, and we'll get them to attack us and see. So no durability either. No. We do have water breathing though, apparently, which is odd, and it isn't because of the suit, I think. Yeah, it's just another effect I'm getting. But yeah, if you want to obviously have a pair of armor that obviously doesn't break, or suit of armor, sorry, that doesn't break, but gives you the following, then yeah. And made from different materials than just iron. We'll try the wrench hammer and see if that does anything on mobs. Probably not. No. My guess is it does have a purpose, it's just I'm missing something. For the most part. My only guess is it's supposed to be for maybe rotation of blocks. Unless it's like a tool for breaking things, we'll find out. Doesn't seem to be. So there's no debug stick, it's no pickaxe or anything at all. It seems. So I really don't know what it does, unfortunately. There's no mention of it here, and the wiki doesn't have anything. We'll check the images and see. Nothing else? Nope. Okay. Otherwise, though, the only thing to really end on is the config, which allows you to enable or disable a spacesuit gravity effect. Interesting. So I guess if you wore the spacesuit, you can have a gravity effect on you, maybe with a full set, rather than just individual pieces of the armor, and maybe just jump and it'll give you an effect. I really don't know. I mean, there's no /reload here, so I'd have to relog. Okay, there is loot tables and other things, but either way. But yeah, that's quite cool. Thanks so much for watching though, and goodbye.